Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca. Let's talk about makeup. So today, against my better judgment and probably yours, I am starting a new project. So this is my intro to the Throwback 30 project pan, which was a project created by Jessica Lee, and the whole purpose of this project is to allow us to participate in some projects that maybe aren't running anymore, or maybe they are still running, but we just don't have the time to do everything. So it includes 30 projects. All 30 of these projects are Pantastic Ladies collabs, and there was a community vote on which ones to include. So basically what we're doing is we're taking a prompt from each one of those projects and rolling something in. This is a year-long project. It actually started last month. It started on July 28th and it will run to next July 28th. It is currently August 28th. However, oh my goodness, in July I was in the trenches, okay? There was so much going on. I didn't even notice that the start date for this project had passed. So we're here a little late, but we're gonna make it work. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking, Rebecca, you don't have the time for the projects you already have. What are you doing? So this is true. You are not wrong. However, the way I'm going to be approaching this project for myself, I think is going to make it a little bit more doable alongside the other projects that I'm already running. So a few of the projects included in the 30 prompts I am already participating in, and I am participating in them at full capacity. For instance, like lip service, I have so many lipsticks and lip liners and lip glosses rolled in. I don't know if I could squeeze in another one. Color pan. I'm also participating in color pan, and I'm using as much of my ColourPop collection as I possibly can. I'm trying to go through all of my eyeshadow palettes by the end of the year. There's also 50 Shades of Brown, and I've got to be honest with you, I have rolled every single brown product that I can in some way link to brown. I have rolled everything into that project. The only other things that I could possibly roll into the 50 Shades of Brown project pan are more bronzers and more brown eyeshadows, and I already have so many of those in the project. I don't think that's realistic for me. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be omitting some of the prompts for projects that I'm already involved in. I think I'm going to be omitting 3 of them. It also does include like turn and burn, and that's expensive, but those are very chill projects for me, so I don't think that that's going to be a problem for me. I'm going to go ahead and keep those in. Second of all, there's not going to be a ton of makeup in this project. The majority of my other projects are almost completely filled with makeup, and I have a lot of skincare, hair care, and body care that I would love to get through over this next year. So I'm going to use this project primarily to pan those products in my collection. And I am going to be panning pretty much everything to completion. I think there might be one exception to that because I don't know if I can complete an eyeshadow palette. That's how I'm going to be kind of tweaking this project a little bit for myself to make it doable in alongside all of the other things that I'm involved in. But this project really was made for me. I want to participate in every single project. I don't have enough hours in the day. So let's get through all of these products. We have quite a few, so we need to get started. So I'm going to read off these prompts as Jessica listed them. I think she has them here in alphabetical order, which means that all the projects that start with a number are going to be first. So first we have 50 Shades of Brown, which I'm already participating in. Every single brown product that I think I can possibly finish within the next year is already rolled in that project. So we're going to skip it for now. I may change that. I may change this later on. If I feel like I'm making some pretty good progress through my 50 Shades of Brown, if I discover or acquire another product that I think can be included under that prompt, I may roll it in a later update. But for now, we're gonna mostly stick with the ones that I'm not already committed to. So the second project is 50 Shades of Green, and for that I'm rolling in my Pacifica Tahitian Garden Perfumed Hair and Body Mist. This I primarily actually use as a linen spray, and that's probably how I'm going to end up using this up. I just love the smell of gardenia, and this is a particularly pleasant blend of that scent. It's just fresh and lovely. I think I picked this up at Target a couple of years ago, and I'm not sure where I am. Let me see if I can figure out. I'm going to peel back some of the label here to see if I can tell where we're at. Okay, if you can see right there, that's the level right there, and I'm going to go ahead and complete this. The third project is 50 Shades of Pink, and I actually could have rolled this into 50 Shades of Green as well. But this is the Pixie by Petra Peach Brightening Concentrate, Correction Concentrate in Brightening Peach. There we go. This is a little peachy colored under eye corrector. It is a hair light for me right now, so I have to put this underneath my foundation when I wear this. but it is actually a really nice product. The only thing I dislike about this is the packaging. I don't love the pot. I use a brush, obviously. There's no way I'm going in there with my fingers. However, I do think I would prefer something like this if it had a doe foot applicator. But I'm going to go ahead and roll this in to complete. Next is the 50 Shades of Purple project, and for that I'm bringing in a product that has just been kind of languishing under my bathroom sink for too long. This is the Completely Bare Bikini Bump Blaster. These are little, it's for razor burn and that sort of thing, and to prevent ingrown hairs. It's just these little round pads, and they have salicylic acid and I think glycolic acid in them, just to help with your natural skin exfoliation. This is about halfway. I'm about half empty in here. I don't know that I found that this made a big enough difference for me to rush to use it every time I shave. So it's just sitting here, and they haven't dried up yet, but they're going to eventually. So I really need to get this used up and out of my collection. Next is the 50 Shades of Yellow/Gold. This is a little bit more on the orange side, but there's a little bit of yellow there as well. This is my Esfolio Honey Cleansing Foam Face Wash. I purchased this earlier this year while I was shopping around for a new face wash, and to be honest, I was hoping I would love this more than I do. It does tend to sting my eyes a little bit, which obviously is not ideal. So I really like to purchase a new one, but I don't want to purchase a new one until this one is gone. So we're going to go ahead and use this up as well. Next is the 7 Deadly Pans project, which is based on the 7 Deadly Sins. So you're supposed to pick one of the sins and the color associated with it and somehow link a product. I chose Wrath, which is indicated as a deep red. And for that, I am rolling in this little travel size makeup dissolving mist by One Size Beauty. And I really actually quite enjoy this. This is very nice for also removing the little lash clusters that I like to wear. I actually have no idea how much is in here. I could have 3 more uses. I could have 17. I have no clue. Obviously, it's been sitting in my bathroom for a while. The packaging is starting to peel away. But yeah, it is time to use this one up. So the next one is Beauty A to Z, where you're supposed to choose a product for each of the letters in the alphabet. And because I'm only doing one letter, I went ahead and randomly selected my letter. I'm going to put in a little screen cap of the spin that I did to select my letter, and I got X. I got an X. What are the chances? Well, obviously 1 in 26. I'm going to tell you the truth. I still don't know what to roll in for X. I'm still hunting around for a product that's going to fit that bill. So I'm setting that one aside for now, and hopefully my next update or the one after, I will be able to roll in a product for the letter X. Wish me luck. The next one is Birthstone Beauty, which is a project where you roll in a product for one of the birthstones for each of the months. This is another project I have not yet decided on a prompt for, so hopefully next month I will have something interesting to roll in for this one as well. The next one is Budget Beauty, a project where we just select budget-friendly items from our collection to work on, and the one I have chosen is my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. This is what it looks like right now. As I've mentioned before, I don't know that I'm super impressed with any of the pore filling primers I've ever tried. I feel like I can see the difference on my skin initially, but once I put complexion products over that primer, I'm not really 100% sure there's enough of a difference there for me to feel compelled to reach for this type of product. At the same time though, I don't feel like this particular primer in any way negatively impacts my makeup, and it's in my collection, so I might as well use it up. And who knows, I might end up loving it by the time it's gone. It's happened before. The next one is Child of the 80s, and the prompt that I chose from that project was Jelly Shoes, which is a product that has kind of a translucent or gel texture. I'm more Child of the 90s than I am of the 80s, but I did have some jelly shoes when I was little. So the product I'm rolling in for this one is the Innisfree Cherry Blossom Dewy Glow Jelly Cream, which is this clear, very jelly-like textured moisturizer. This is a lovely summertime moisturizer for me. It's very lightweight. It feels like a jelly texture on your fingers before you apply it, but as you rub it into the skin, it almost feels like it turns to water. It's very lightweight. It is not overpowering for my combo oily skin during the summertime, and yeah, it is really nice for that purpose. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this in to finish. The next one is Color Pan, and I am like up to here with all the Color Pan products that I can possibly use within a month's time. And so I'm going to go ahead and skip this project for now, at least. Toward the end of the year, when I start to wrap up my Color Pan project, if I feel like I have a little bit more capacity there, I may then roll something in. But for now, we're going to go ahead and skip the Color Pan project. Next one was the Disney Princess project. This is basically where you randomly select a princess and then you use a product that corresponds to a color in that princess's color palette. So I am going to insert some footage here of me randomly spinning for my princess. And I can't tell you how thrilled I am to get Meredith. She is just one of my favorites. Her colors are dark green or teal. For that, I'm going to be rolling in my Joico Joyful Volumizing Conditioner. This is almost completely full. I think I have used it once or twice since purchasing it. And from past experience, it's probably going to take me the better part of the next year to get all the way through this. Next, we have Drop 10 Before Summer. It's a little late for me to drop 10 before summer, to be perfectly honest. But I mean, if that happens too, I'm not going to complain. But I am rolling in a summer-themed product. Actually, looking through my collection, I found that there weren't a whole lot of summer-themed products that I have. So I picked something that has SPF in it. This is the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel with Sunscreen. This is an SPF 15. This absolutely is not something that I would rely on to be my primary sunscreen, but it is a pretty decent moisturizer. The only thing that I didn't love about this in particular is that the sunscreen in it does sting my eyes just a little bit. There is not a ton left in here, but it has been sitting in my drawer for long enough that I'm not entirely sure that the sunscreen is still effective. I'm not going to be using this as my sunscreen in any case, but I would like to complete this product and get it out of my collection. Next one is Happy Hour. For this one, I'm actually rolling in some makeup. So the prompt that I chose from this project was Ladies Night, a product that takes your look from day to night. Now, admittedly, I'm a little bit shameless when it comes to wearing very dramatic makeup during the daytime. I don't shy away from that in particular. But I have been in this circumstance before where I have a more toned down makeup look and I wanted to I'm going out to dinner with my husband or I'm going to an event and I don't want to do a whole new look. I just want to amp up what I have, and I always reach for glitter. Glitter is what I reach for. And so for that, I am bringing in my Stila Glitter and Glow, and this is in the shade Kitten Karma. Gosh, this thing is so pretty. I'm going to swatch it for you. This is my favorite way to wear glitter because I don't have to bother with a glitter glue. It's not nearly as messy as a pressed glitter, for instance. It does tend to leave a little bit of glitter behind, but yeah, I could put this on any look and it would just dial it up to a 10. I really, really enjoy this in particular. And these liquid eyeshadows don't last forever, so I would really love to be able to complete this one by next July. The next one is Harry Potter. It's for one of the 3 or 4 different variations on Harry Potter projects that have come through the Pantastic Ladies collab group. This is another one I have not yet chosen my product for, so hopefully at my next update I will have something to share with you for this prompt. Then for I Heart the 90s, the one I chose was Smells Like Teen Spirit, and for that I chose this Levito Nurturing Hand Cream. This is a very strongly scented hand cream. It smells very strongly of patchouli, which is not absolutely my most favorite scent. I generally don't tend to choose fragrances with patchouli in it simply because I find that fragrance to be pretty overpowering. However, it's not unpleasant. And this particular hand cream is the first hand cream I have ever really enjoyed. Most hand creams I find incredibly uncomfortable because they seem to leave a film on the palms of my hands, which drives me crazy. This is the first hand cream I have ever tried that I feel completely sinks in, and it does a great job of moisturizing without leaving me feeling a little icky. You know what I'm saying? So I really, really love this hand cream. This is the second one that I have purchased. No, actually the first one I got it in a BoxyCharm, I believe. And that's how I discovered it, because usually I just avoid hand creams like the plague for aforementioned reasons. But I liked this one so much that I went to the little pop-up shop that BoxyCharm would do, and I purchased another tube. And yeah, really love this stuff. and am rolling it into finish. The next one is It's Panning Cats and Dogs. This is a pet themed project pan, and the prompt that I chose was Munchkin Cat, which is something that has childlike packaging or is themed in a childlike way, like Hello Kitty or that sort of thing. For that, I chose my Eliza Vecca Hellpore Cleanup Enzyme Powder. This is something I purchased earlier this year. It has this cute little pig on the front that I felt fit the bill for this prompt, and I really enjoy this. This is a similar concept to the Tatcha rice wash, though I have never tried that one. I'm pretty sure rice powder is what's going on here as well. This one is interesting in that it smells like cornflakes, which would bother me if it's something that stayed on my face for longer. But generally speaking, this is something I will apply in the shower. It is a very, very gentle scrub. Really lovely even when I am using my whole host of actives that I generally like to include in my skincare. This is really nice. I was getting through this at a pretty good pace when I first purchased it because I was just keeping it in my shower. However, this is a product that has to stay dry, and I broke the cap at some point, so I could no longer keep it in my shower. And since then, I have just completely forgotten that it even exists. I will get in the shower and I'm like, oh, I should have brought it in. And then at that point, I'm just not willing to get out of the shower to go retrieve it. So my usage of this has really slowed down. So hopefully this project will help me remember to use it. I think the level, I can see through the packaging just a little bit, and I think the level we're at is right here. Rolling that one into finish as well. Next is the Lip Service Project Pan, and right now I have like 10 lipsticks rolled into my Lip Service Project Pan. So at the moment, we are not going to roll anything in for this project, although I may change my mind a little bit later on. The next project is Mean Girls Quotes, and I had to pick, of course, On Wednesdays We Wear Pink. So for that, you have to roll in a pink colored product, and for that I'm rolling in this blush here. This is not a Rare Beauty blush. This is a knockoff that I got on Amazon. I think the brand was Dan Visit or something like that. This is in the shade Cool Pink. This is a beautiful blush. I have a little windowing here, and I had actually initially planned to complete this year as part of my 24 in 24, and I have gotten, I think, maybe 2 or 3 uses on it since the beginning of the year. I have been focusing really hard on my Super Shock blush in the shade Drop of a Hat from ColourPop. I've gotten some good progress on that, but I have used that blush almost exclusively from the beginning of the year, and so I've gotten hardly any use on this one. So I'm going to go ahead and roll this in for On Wednesdays We Wear Pink. The next project is Nightmare on Panning Street, and for that one I chose the prompt Halloween. Well, actually this could fit 2 of the different prompts. So there's Halloween, which is a mask, a set of sheet masks, or a regular deluxe sized mask, or the prompt 7, which is for something that's still in a box. And this one is both. This is my zombie pack from Zombie Beauty. This is one of those albumin egg-based masks that's supposed to help with pore tightening, etc., etc. You put this thing on your face, and as it dries up, it kind of wrinkles your face. It looks a little ghoulish, I'm not gonna lie. That's why it's called Zombie Pack. So I purchased a couple of these boxes on Prime Day last year, and this one is still completely unopened. I think there are 8 of the masks in here. But yeah, I'm going to roll this in to finish all of them. Okay, we're almost there. So project number 21 is same pan last year, where you choose a product to correspond with a holiday, and the holiday I chose was Valentine's Day. So it's supposed to be something pink or red or heart themed or related to love in some way, and for that I chose a product that I had actually forgotten I even owned. And to be perfectly honest, I'm not sure why I purchased it in the first place. This is the e.l.f. Loving Facial Oil Mist. I am a combo oily girl. I'm a little bit drier in the wintertime, but even in the winter, I'm not 100% sure a facial oil mist is the thing for me. But we're gonna find a way. I can use it on my cuticles, I can use it on my body. We're gonna find a way to not let this go to waste. Next is the Skin is In Project Pan. This is to help us get through our skincare, which is the majority of what I'm doing here anyway, but for this project in particular, I'm rolling in my Puking Yule Essence Toner. This is a lovely toner with a lot of great reviews, and I feel like I have not used it enough to really, I have not used it consistently enough. I've had it for a while and I have used about this much of the bottle, but I don't know, I haven't really formed an opinion about this particular essence. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna roll this one in to finish, and hopefully I will have an opinion about it by the time I finish this bottle, and I'll either purchase a new one or just be glad that it's not taking up my counter space anymore. Next is the project That's Expensive, which is a project that's intended to help us make use of our higher end luxury or more expensive products, the sort of thing we may be inclined to save for a special occasion rather than using and enjoying on a daily basis. Now, I am involved in this project pan already. However, it is a very chill project for me. I don't update it monthly. I just roll in things that I want to really enjoy using and have fun doing it. So given that fact, I'm gonna go ahead and roll something in for this project. And I am rolling in my Dior Backstage Face and Body. I'm not going to start work on this just yet because this is currently rolled in to my regular That's Expensive project pan. But once I have gone ahead and updated that project, which is more of a usage-based project for me, I'm going to go ahead and roll this in to complete. Next is the That's So 2000s, and for that one I chose the Bump It prompt, which is something that adds volume. For that I chose my Kenra Platinum Thickening Mousse. I think I've only used this a handful of times since purchasing it. The majority of this bottle is full. I did enjoy it the couple of times that I used it. But I have a little box where I keep all of the products that I have that are still in their packaging. So these are backup of items that I don't want to be without, or something that I want to try out, but I already have something in that category that I'm currently working on, etc. It's just a little box about yay big and has maybe 6 or 7 products in it. So I wanted to try this, but I was still working on another mousse that I didn't particularly like, but I didn't want to throw away. And this was just hanging out in that box. Then my son came along and broke the nozzle off of the mousse I was working on. And so I ended up having to toss that mousse, and then I forgot that I had another one. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll this in to this project. And in order to complete it, I'm really gonna have to start styling my hair a lot more than I have been. Lately, I just can't be bothered. But we're gonna have to start. We're gonna have to start being bothered. Otherwise, I don't know how I'm gonna possibly use this up. The next one is the Golden Girls Project Pan, and for that one there was 2 prompts that I couldn't decide between. There was the Golden Girls prompt, which is something golden, and I have so many options for that. But then there was also the prompt for Rose, which is something rose themed or rose colored, and so I just decided to combine both of those prompts and go for something rose gold. And this is my Becca Rose Gold Shimmering Skin Perfector. It's just a little tiny one. The product I have had to repress. Oh my goodness, I just lost some. And now it's on the carpet. Excellent, excellent. Here is what she is looking like. I'll try to be careful. This is less of a highlight for me and more of a blush topper, and it is really pretty, but I do tend to consistently overlook it in my collection, and I would like to use it up. So we're gonna roll this one in to complete. Next is This Is Fantasy, and for that I chose a product that technically could fit into two of the prompts that were available. One is Unicorn, which is something that is brand new and completely unused. And the other one is Medusa, something that's hair care. This is hair care that is completely new. And this is my Joico. I know, I already showed you one of these. That was the conditioner. I have already started using the conditioner. This is the matching shampoo. I really, really do enjoy this shampoo. I was going through one of the Joico moisturizing shampoo before I permitted myself to buy another one of the volumizing shampoo. So since then, I have just been using some other little random things that are in my shower. But finally, yesterday, I went and pulled the trigger and bought another one of the volumizing shampoo. I'm really, really excited to have this back in my collection. I really enjoy this shampoo. I do feel like it gives my very fine hair a lot of lift without weighing it down. I have already started using the conditioner, but this one I have yet to crack into. So I'm rolling this one in to finish. And again, from previous experience with these larger sized Joico products, it's probably gonna take me the better part of a year to get through this one. The next one is Tiny Pans, which was a previous theme on the Pan That Palette project pan. And this is one that I actually debated over a lot because I have a lot of eyeshadow in current projects. Enough that this year, to be honest, I have not been able to use a lot of my eyeshadow that are outside projects, which may be something that I need to reevaluate next year because I would like a little bit more freedom to like play around and explore in my admittedly quite large eyeshadow palette collection. However, I did finally decide to participate in this one. The Tiny Pans project was specifically for a palette that has very small pans, and I had a few possibilities for this, but the one I decided to go with was my Pat McGrath Labs Midnight Voyage, this tiny little adorable palette. This is actually a palette that I considered rolling into the fun-sized Pan That palette that I am participating in this year. However, I ultimately chose to go with my Tarte Pro To Go palette because it is significantly older than this one. I have used this a few times, but as you can see, there's not a ton of progress here on any of these shades. Pat McGrath shadows, from my experience, are not going to be the easiest thing to pan. So I have chosen one shade, and that's this little soft lilac shade here. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this for you. It is so pretty. The shimmers, oh, whoops, I'm swatching it right over that Stila. Is that not just gorgeous? So pretty. So this lilac shimmer, I do think I have a better chance of panning than I do any of these other shades. However, given the amount of eyeshadow I'm working on in other projects, I'm going to go ahead and set a goal for myself of either hitting pan on this shade or 100 uses, whichever comes first. I think that's the only usage goal that I have here. But I do think it is a pretty significant one. Next is the Turn and Burn Project Pan. This is also a project that I am participating in, but given the nature of this particular project, I don't think it's too much of a stretch to roll something in for this prompt as well. The purpose of the Turn and Burn Project Pan is to use any one-use products that you have in your collection, sample sizes, deluxe sizes, things that have a lot of use on them and would be considered like gimme products. For that, I am rolling in this. This is a sheet mask. My intent with this particular prompt is to roll, every time I finish one, is to roll a new one in for as long as I have more products that will fit the bill. This is the Tony Moly I'm Avocado sheet mask. This is a hydrating and nourishing sheet mask. I purchased these in like a pack of 6, I think it was. I gave a couple to a friend. I have used a couple myself. My intent with this particular prompt is to continually roll in additional products as I complete these. So once this one is gone, assuming that I have another product that's going to fit the bill that I haven't already rolled into my main Turn and Burn project pan, I will roll a new one in. 2 more, okay? We're almost there. So the next one here is Women Who Rock, and I chose the prompt Rachel Platten and her song Fight Song. So this is a product that you have to either fight to open or you have to fight to use up. And for that, I chose my e.l.f. Ride or Die lip balm in the, it was not the shade because it doesn't have any color, but the scent, I guess, Just Peachy. And this is the fight. Let me see if I can get it. The amount of, this is so thick that the amount of force required to get any product out of here is just, it's a fight. So the way I tend to have to use this is I will take the tube. If I know I want to use it, I'll take it and I'll stick it in my bra for a few minutes. And that will soften it up enough to actually be able to decant it a little bit more easily. But yeah, it is a little bit of a struggle. This is actually a very nice balm. I like to use this as like a nighttime sleeping mask sort of situation. So despite the struggle, it is a nice product, and I'm going to go ahead and roll this in to finish. The last project on the list is Zodiac Panner, and for this there are colors associated with each zodiac sign, and I chose Aquarius, which is associated with blue and or turquoise. And for that I chose this. This is my Skin Fix Barrier Plus Triple Triple Lip Come on, Rebecca, you can do this. Triple Lipid Peptide. Oh, there we go. Okay. Triple Lipid Peptide Barrier. No, Triple Lipid Peptide Lotion. Oh my gosh, why was that so hard? So I purchased this, and this is actually quite nice. This is a nice hydrating moisturizer. I picked it up last winter when my skin was really feeling very parched. It was my first winter in a new environment that is significantly drier than what I'm used to, and so I was just using all the things. This was really nice. The only problem is it has an airless pump that it stopped working. It just, oh, well, see, now it's gonna prove me wrong because why do you gotta embarrass me on camera like that? So the pump had stopped working, and so I stopped using it because I was having to unscrew the cap and decant it into my hand every time, and I can't be bothered. Now it is a little bit rich for my skin right now in the summertime, but I think this will be very, very nice once we get into the winter. It's very nourishing, very hydrating, and yeah, the goal is to use this to completion. So those are all the products I'm rolling into my Throwback 30 project pan. I will continue to roll in a few more of these products in the coming months that I have not yet completely decided on. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!